strike out text as shown below. You want me to read? Any discussion? All in favor? Article 21, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate $32,800 for the town buildings account. The select board recommends or does not recommend Article 21.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. Article 22, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate $174,765 for the technology department account. The select board recommends or does not recommend Article 22.
Move to recommend. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. Article 23, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate $8,500 for the community.
Getting this process out of the loop, so to speak. So if Don has the discretion to do that, that's fine.
This does not cover the library, this does not cover the bus, because I know that those are two issues
Those are
that were
separate,
raised. And I want to make sure that it was clear that it did not cover those.
I think there was Life Flight in there, I think there was the VA Cemetery in Saco was in there, I think
There was
SMMA was in there.
And
And there was a few others in there that Don can decide. And if he needs assistance, he can call somebody on the Board of Finance or Budget Finance Committee or one of us.
And that would,
Get some
the
guidance.
agencies include, I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
even have to be these, it could
No.
be
Could
like
be
the
anybody, sure.
RTP, the SMAA, which he would be.
Well, I guess this is perhaps, if you'll permit me, an opportune time to
Yep.
say that I utilized
This was
both
cute.
Southern Maine Area Agency on Aging and
RTP.
also the RTP bus on an emergency basis to help, believe it or not, a 97-year-old World War II veteran who needed transportation to a doctor's appointment on an emergency basis. And so we got that to happen, and so it worked very well today.
Good.
You did good. You did good.
Yeah.
Thank you for that too. So, any more discussion on that? Sam? Anything? Okay, all in favor? Okay, that passes. Article 33, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate $572,661 for the insurance and employee benefits accounts. The select board recommends or does not recommend Article 33.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Article 34, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate $323,600 for debt services. Included are 2013 Public Works Road Construction Bond Payment, $224,000, $215,000 bond payment, $99,600. The select board recommends or does not recommend Article 34.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. Article 35, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate $785,000 for the capital improvement program. Included are Public Works Equipment Reserve, $215,000, Public Works Paving Road Reserve, $320,000, Municipal Facilities Improvements, $35,000, Technology, $105,000, Fire Department Equipment Facilities, $75,000, Playground Improvements, $35,000. The select board recommends or does not recommend Article 35.
Move to recommend.
Second.
You second, you right?
Second,
All right,
Marshall,
any
second.
discussion?
Where do we stand on the playground? Is that finished or are we crossing? Well, we're on year 2, phase 2?
I'm excited about that. On the playground down at Mill Street, last year with the $35,000, we bought a small climbing unit and we bought a large climbing unit.
Right.
Because the one in the back, the small one had to go. We're updating the other larger one that's there. This $35,000 is gonna go towards a walking path around Mill Street for people to walk, is what it is. So we're gonna start working on that so they have a place to park and walk, like at, baseball games or whatever. And we're hoping to hook up with the Boy Scouts to do projects for kiosks around the park, so it's somewhere for it to go.
Cool.
So that's what it is. The select board, so that has been second. All in favor? Any discussion? Good? Yeah, I threw that one off. Good. Article 36, to see if the town will vote to appropriate the money received from the state for snowmobile registrations not to exceed $2,000 to the Raymond Rattlers Snowmobile Club for the maintenance of their network of snowmobile trails on condition that those trails be open in snow season to the public for outdoor recreation purposes at no charge, and to authorize the municipal officers to enter into an agreement with the club under such terms and conditions as the municipal officers may deem advisable for that purpose. The Select Board recommends and does not recommend Article 36.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Discussion. So you're moving to the 2000?
I'm moving it as it's written, yes.
2000.
That's a not to exceed.
Right. I was all ready for an argument here tonight on the 1600, so good, okay,
No, 2000.
all right,
If it's in the account, let them have it.
all in favor? Okay. All right, Article 37, to see whether the town will vote to carry forward any existing fund balance in the capital improvement program, CIP accounts, the healthcare reimbursement accounts, HRA, tax increment financing, TIF, for the playground, RSU withdrawal legal, land improvements in the cemetery fund, and the employee compensation account. The Select Board recommends or does not recommend Article 37.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. Article 38, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate $788,378 for the county tax account. The Select Board recommends or does not recommend Article 38.
Move to
I
recommend.
knew you would do it. Second.
I'll do it.
Yep, Rolf's not gonna do it. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. All right. Article 39, to see if the town will vote to appropriate the sum of $1,560.
1 million.
Whoa, that was a cut. $1,569,728 from the estimated non-property tax revenues to reduce the property tax commitment, together with all categories of funds which may be available from the federal government and any other sources. The Select Board recommends or does not recommend Article 39.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? All right. Article 40, to see if the town will vote to authorize the selectmen to appropriate from undesignated fund balance surplus to reduce the property tax commitment as the selectmen deem advisable, an amount not to exceed $300,000. The Select Board recommends or does not recommend Article 40.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Cool. Article 41, to see if the town will vote to authorize town staff to make application for and execute any documents related to a grant, and to authorize the Select Board to accept or reject grants, donations, and/or gifts of money to the town of Raymond, and to authorize the expenditure of monies awarded, donated, and/or gifted for the purposes specified in the grant, donation, and/or gift. The Select Board recommends or does not recommend Article 41.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Just an observation, you know, we've adopted, of course, the term select board. I personally am a select man sort of guy, having been in this for a while, but
You're lucky I'm not.
But basically, I think we should be consistent. So we have selectmen in the article above and then select board here. So I think it's select board throughout these days. So I would suggest that we make that change throughout.
Move to recommend.
I'm not even seeing selectmen on
Well,
here.
selectmen was the historic, you know, term. And so a lot of these articles
Oh.
carry forward year to year. I don't want to be difficult, but I'm saying that I think the
Article
term today
49?
is select board.
That's a simple change.
Oh, I went up.
So I think it's a simple change, and we need to make it because we carry the articles year to year.
Yeah.
So these articles have been carried year to year, decade to decade, some of them.
Yep.
So,
Legislature during the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2019, and any other funds provided by any other entity included but not limited to municipal revenue sharing, local road assistance, emergency management assistance, snowmobile registration money, homestead exemption, tree growth reimbursement, general assistance reimbursement, veterans exemption reimbursement, business equipment tax exemption, BETE reimbursement, state grant, or other funds. The Select Board recommends or does not recommend Article 42.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Okay. Article 43, to see if the town pursuant to 23 MRSA Section 3025 will vote to accept the dedication made by the landowners listed below of title and fee simple in a strip of land bounded and described as follows: a portion of Gore Road to a width of 3 rods, which is 49 feet 6 inches wide, or 24 feet 9 inches from the center line, and to accept and establish a town way on said strip of land. and to authorize the select board to enter into an agreement with the town of Gray for assistance with this project, outlining the terms and conditions as they deem advisable. Then it goes down through the homeowners. I don't know if I should read it, should I, huh?
Doesn't-
So list them? Go ahead. Wait,
Okay,
1 second, sorry. The select board recommends or does not recommend Article 43.
Move to recommend.
Second.
Okay, go ahead.
just a couple of things that I'd like to change. One, Central Maine Power, I think, should be, you know, instead of CMP, in 10 or 50 or 100 years,
Right.
CMP may be unknown to future historians. And then I'd like to change the number 3 to 3 spelled out. That's it.
With the 3 rods,
3 rods.
3 rod, yeah.
okay? Does anybody have a
Just-
problem with those
That's
changes?
That's the normal way of doing it.
Just so that there's not an issue going forward, the actual wording in the deeds that will be, the quitclaim deeds that will done is going to state, the owners hereby release to the town of Raymond any and all rights, title, interest, he, she, they may have in and to Gore Road, so-called, in the town of Raymond, County of Cumberland, State of Maine, for the purpose of a public way as it crosses his, her, their property in the town of Raymond, County of Cumberland, State of Maine, as described in the deed dated X and recorded in the Cumberland County Deeds Registry, Book X, page Y. That is how the quitclaim deeds will read.
Right. I don't think that we need that level of detail here, though, do you?
No, but just,
But I know,
just
I
so that
understand.
there, yeah.
Just in case, and it's on record.
So that's read into the historical record.
So with the changes of CMP being Central Maine Power and the 3, instead of number 3 rods, it'll be the word 3. Any more discussion?
Yeah, let me nitpick this a little bit. CMMP is not CMMP, it's Emera or some other company.
Yeah, that's
Is
true, too.
Is the
Em-
deed,
yeah,
only
yeah.
a deed CMMP?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then
Yeah, that's a good point, though, but I think,
We'll be selling it.
Central Maine Power is an improvement on CMP. Maybe we need to.
No, I agree.
Maybe we
shouldn't use
need
letters,
to, maybe we should get,
but I'd follow the deed, the wording.
well, the
of
deed is Central Maine Power Company.
Yeah,
I think they still use that terminology pretty heavily.
I think so too, on my bill especially.
Yeah. All right, all in favor? Okay. Article 44, to elect 2 selectmen for 3-year terms.
Madam
Two-
Chair, you
Yes.
don't need to approve that
Oh,
article.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're done with that.
You do need to approve it as a total and sign the document that Don has.
So moved.
You, one correction
Yes.
that you do need to make in this overall warrant, you have Marshall's title
he
and
told
mine
him already.
reversed.
Marshall told me about that a bit ago and I fixed it. Yeah.
Yes, so that's,
I
okay.
demoted and promoted.
So now, you said we need a motion, or we just need to
Just,
sign?
you really need to sign, basically. You've already approved all the warrant articles.
43 or 44? That's your, don't need to approve.
44.
Article 44, we don't need to.
I will
approve
let
that.
you, what,
Article 44 is just the article saying there'll be an election for.
2 selectmen for 3-year terms, 2 members for the Budget Finance Committee for 3-year terms, and 1 member for the RSU School Board. That's what it is. Yeah, sorry. All right. So that is the end of the warrants. All right, so we've already done public comment, so we are moving on to selectmen comment. I have some selectmen correspondence here, hold on. I got an email from Sheila Burke today, that she was doing some cleanup with various newsletters and lists, and the select board's not on these emails. So what she is looking to do is add selectmen's, emails, addresses, and, to her list so she can send you these, newsletters. Because they're not my email addresses and because this is done in a meeting to decide on this, she is looking for permission to add select board members to the Age Friendly Raymond or the Raymond Arts and Alliance email list. So,
Message received.
okay,
How does she wish us to do that?
just,
I'm not
I
throwing
think
my
the
neighbor
suggestion
out
is
either.
they would add the address, is that correct?
All I'm asking is that we have 3 primary newsletters, that's not public comment.
Sorry, this one because it's.
I realized today when I was cleaning up some stuff, that not all, select board members get the 3 primary newsletters where we're communicating a lot here in town. The Raymond Village Library, the Raymond Arts Alliance, and the Age Friendly Raymond. So you're probably not aware unless it's in the paper of what's going on in a lot of these areas. So I'm asking permission to add your select board addresses, not your personal addresses. So this would come to, you know, your select board addresses, to those email lists so that you can kind of see a few other little things that are going on.
And I did not give you an answer back because they're not my email addresses, is what it is. So it's,
Right,
yes,
I
it's not my
asked
choice,
permission.
yeah. Dawn.
I would say that on average, I probably forward that stuff to you.
You do.
Yeah, I mean, usually everything that goes through Dawn comes to us, and I know I'm on the library. I know that, they get their newsletters. So,
I think what we're saying, Sheila, is if you send it to Don, we're receiving it.
I think he's on all newsletter lists.
okay.
I mean, to be rude.
I don't.
No, I know, like, we get Bill Diamond straight from us, and then we get
Well,
it again from.
Per your instructions to cut down on the traffic, I have done that significantly, but
That's fine.
anything